Dimisión.
Yo guys, what's up? I'm gonna fix my mic real quick. Yo guys, what's up? Yo guys, what's up? Alright guys. Yo guys, what's up? Alright guys. Yo guys, what's up? Alright guys. Alright guys, so let's do this. So welcome to the stream. Sorry you can't talk. The was called With Sam. I didn't write it. That was my friend Sam that wrote it because I know how to spell with.
We're boxing.
I'm looking like shit pretty much. Alright. I haven't blocked in a long last time. I haven't blocked in a while now, so I might not do the best.
Doesn't matter.
Just go to the way funny for me, but whatever. I thought I had would do that, but my wrist.
I'm videotaping.
My wrist is way too little. Oh, what's up, guys? It's your boy. That.
Hey guys, what's back in here today?
Hey guys, Maxine the Gamer right here. I'm just gonna wrap my house.
Get up! You have? What if I can go to your house?
What?
What if I can go to your house? We play games. I...
Oh man, my boxing is not the best. I haven't really been boxing for a while. I used to be a boxer. I was undefeated. I lost my boxing skills though because I haven't boxed in about a really long time. I wish I could just go back to boxing, and I've thought of going back to being a boxer. So, it might look like I'm a kid, but I'm actually not a kid. It's just that I have the disease that makes people be short. I know I'm not that short, and I'm still pretty short for an adult. And my friend there knows videos, so is he. He's also an adult, but same thing as me. And I'm thinking of going back to boxing. I was a professional boxer in my city, and you know, like around my area. I was undefeated, but I haven't boxed in 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. This is why I hate going 50v50, because that happens. Kill one of the guys, and there's like a million people coming on you, and they're all tryhards. I hate Rust because they're fucking tryhards. Oh guys, I just love listening to YouTube. GG, I guess.
Unhappy news. Got other unhappy news I'm going to report on as well. Happy news. The New York Islanders have named a new one of these things, Big C. And it's not this guy. I apologize, but I got it from Chief. So the New York Islanders have a new captain, and it's Anders Lee. And Anders Lee makes a lot of sense. He's a guy that you can build around. He's a young player, not too young. I heard some comments about how young captains are, like Eichel and McDavid, and how that might be too early. I've made that argument myself. I do think that a player should have, I would say, about 5 years in the league before you hand them the reins and say, here, now that guy who captains the team. And captain, it does get kind of overwhelmed. That's been kind of talked about a lot, I think, in this day and age with the way that there's so many coaches, there's so many different ways of looking at the game. I think who your team captain is less important than it might have been, say, 10, 15, 20 years ago. But, you know, it's still a nice role to have, and for Anders Lee, it's got to feel pretty good. So the New York Islanders are not going to play without a captain, which I think a lot of us, myself included, thought they would. I think the expectation was that for that first year after Tavares that they would probably go without a captain. But clearly, Lamoriello may have looked at this and said, hey, the optics of not having a captain after he left is like WWE not having a women's champion after Alondra Blaze left and threw it in the trash. So we don't want to feel like our captaincy's in the trash. You're too young to know that. That's not my problem. So I think there's an optics to this, and I think there's just that Lamoriello believes in team captain. Lamoriello's old-fashioned. You can't have facial hair around Lou Lamoriello. That's why there are Toronto Maple Leaf guys that look homeless, because they finally grow out facial hair. And Marner's probably going to try for years before anything shows up. But it's very big. The Islanders are a team that they're definitely trying to build a brand new identity. There's been no indication that they're okay with being one of the worst teams in the league, which is the forecast for this year. And this is another example. I had kind of expected Komarov. I thought he might go with Komarov in Toronto, and that would make some sense to me. But this is honestly a really smart move. Lee is a 40 goal scorer. He can get 40 again this year, and is very underrated. And we'll see how many of those goals he's able to generate now that Tavares is off the team, and he'll get keyed on more than he would have in previous seasons. But whether it's 30, whether it's 40, however many goals he gets, he is their captain, he's their leader. And I'd be interested to know how Islanders fans feel about this. I honestly don't see any pushback against this. I don't see any reason to push back against it. But let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just tapped upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Guys have enjoyed this because I intend to. Okay, it's one of those rare occasions where I wear the same jersey 2 times in a row. Why that? A little bit of NHL history. Looking back to the 1917, 1918 season, I was about 40 years. No, I wasn't. I just looked like it. Stop. This was a league created out of a league that had died. The National Hockey Association was that league. It included Montreal Canadiens, Senators, Montreal Wanderers, Quebec Bulldogs, and some team named the Toronto Blue Shirts, or the Torontos. Toronto didn't actually have a name for their team until after they won the Stanley Cup the first time. You know that, right? Anyhow, it's interesting because we always hear about how the Toronto Arenas were an expansion team. I look at history and I say that's kind of with a wink. The NHA, National Hockey Association's Toronto Blue Shirts, Toronto, whatever you want to call them, had an owner named Eddie Livingston. And according to the history books I've been reading, he was very unpopular with his fellow owners. He only had 4 or 5. So the fact that these other owners all said, you know what, we're going to start it with all of the same teams, except that tells you just how strongly they disliked him. And the NHA had some issues with attendance. Their attendance was pretty bad. And this is at a time where a good attendance figure would be like 3,000, 2,000. Hockey was not what it is now. It was nowhere near. It was a bush league thing played by just a certain group of people. And there were other leagues that were doing very well. The Pacific Coast Hockey Association, PCHA, was a very viable option for players. And I've been looking through all these history books, and what's kind of struck me is we have all of these legendary NHL names thrown at us. These guys were the all-time greats. There were some all-time greats that played in leagues that just didn't survive. And they may very well have been just as good, if not better, than some of the NHL legends that we know of now. But we don't hear about them because they were in the leagues. It was a weird season in that the Wanderers building burned down when they were 1-5, so their second half was fire. They were 1-5 in the first half, and their second half was fire. Because after 6 games of the first half, we had every team played the rest of that first half got it automatically. So Montreal was 10-4 in the first half, Toronto 8-6. And Ottawa 5-9. In the second half, yeah, remember the Wanderers were off the schedule. This is why it's only in half. Montreal was 3-5, Toronto 5-3, Ottawa's 4-4. First half winners Montreal, second half winners Toronto. They face off in the playoffs. So when people talk about how the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Toronto Arenas won a Stanley Cup as an expansion team against other teams, it is a little bit different than comparing it to anything that goes on in 1920. This is the only time that I'll be able to do standings with 3 giant names on the board. Leading the way in goals that year, Joe Malone had 44. That record would stand for a long time until Maurice Richard beat that record. Remember, that's in 22 games. So those 44 goals may be pedestrian by most standards, but it was in 22 games. Now, leading the league in assists, like Reginald Nolan and Harry Cameron had 10 assists. So, the NHL hadn't invented it didn't have the red line yet. Yeah, it was a little different than the way we play it now. And the Pacific Coast League was using 7 players on the ice only, and they had the Rovers. So in the finals, have Pacific Coast rules and NHL rules, depending on where it was home. It was like American League and National League in baseball. So with those totals in mind, in the NHL Finals, it was a 2-game total goal series. Toronto wins Game 1 7-8, losing 4-3 in Game 2, the title by a final score of 10-7. I thought this was useful to use too right now because we're in the infancy of the 2018 World Cup and finding out what that's going to be in soccer. And here we are with hockey having a 2 games most goals wins situation for their finals. That's kind of fun. In the Cup finals, it's a best of 5. Toronto wins over the Vancouver Millionaires in Game 1 5-3. Vancouver wins 6-4 in Game 2. Game 3 is won by Toronto 6-3. Vancouver wins Game 4 8-1. And then Game 5, Toronto wins 1 with the Stanley Cup in 5. Meaning that yes, at this point in time, the Stanley Cup was not awarded to the NHL winner. It was awarded to a Cup winner between the NHL and the challenge from the Pacific Coast League. The Bulldogs opted out that year. So Quebec, Montreal, Toronto, and Ottawa all said, all right, we're going to be together, and the Montreal Wanderers, we're all going to be together. And Eddie Livingston said, I said no. And it reminds me, all I think of with this is the Stonecutters episode from Simpsons, where they decide they don't want to be Stonecutters anymore, they just want to be the No Homers. This National Hockey League was the No Eddie Livingston club, because I can't find what else really changed. What's interesting is, when players would play for the Toronto, they were called the Toronto. They weren't called the Arenas until after. Livingstone tried suing the players who played for Toronto. For every game they played for the Toronto Arenas, he tried suing them, like, you owe me this thing. And like, you don't. You don't have a team, you don't have a league, you don't own it. So, players from that era were kind of snipping towards them. I don't know how much I think about it. Range game, which when you think about it, that's 100 years ago. It's like, it's of course, the thing used by me on here is the fact that the Ottawa Senators are on here. I did use a group on the Senators franchise that exists. This franchise, we'll get to that. I intend to do it here in Chelsea. Just an overview like this, and a look at how things went. And it was that year that the Toronto Arenas, as an expansion team, won the Stanley Cup. And that, when I read up on this, I was like, you know what, Shannon, you've got to do a video series. You've got to start with this one. Because the whole expansion team thing is kind of ridiculous. Because it was virtually the same team that had been in the... Okay, we're into the part of hockey where I'm very familiar, because this is kind of what I grew up with. Although the divisions are wrong, we now have 21 teams in the league. And numerous teams in this 21-team league have moved. So the magnets that are on the board are for where they moved to. And, part and parcel of this series, but I'll go through this and I'll announce it as this goes.
No.
Montreal Canadiens 47, 20, and 13. Of course, they've won 4 straight Stanley Cups coming into the season. The LA Kings 30, 36, and 14. So Montreal doesn't get challenged for the division title at all. Pittsburgh 30, 37, and 13. Hartford Whalers join the league at 27, 34, and 19. And the Detroit Red Wings are 36, 43. The Adams division. Buffalo leads that one, 17 and 16. They edge out the Boston Bruins. They were 46, 21, and 13. The Minnesota North Stars 36, 20, and 16. So Minnesota's getting better. That's key. Because again, I really commit to watching the successful hockey here. 35, 40, and 5. The Quebec come in. They're 25, 44, and 11. Canada division, Philly leads that one. Wins that division with a record of 48, 12, and 20. Followed by the New York Islanders at 39, 28, 13. Then the Rangers at 38, year they're the Atlanta Flames, by the way. 35, 32, and 13. And Atlanta's just, it's not working. So they're going to end up in Calgary. Spoiler alert, it was up there. Anyway, the whole time. The Washington Capitals, of course, keeping their place in last, 27, 40, and 13. But ahead of a couple of teams in the league, well enough that you can say, well, Washington's moving on. They're not a playoff team. They were 17 that year out of 21 teams. The Smythe division, Chicago leads that division, 34, 27, and 19. It is still the weakest of the four divisions. St. Louis is second at 34, 34, and 12, followed by Vancouver, who have a losing record until 1991. 27, 37, and 16 this season. The Oilers, 28, 39, and 13. This is the last time you're going to see the Oilers below the Canucks for a while. Then the Winnipeg Jets were 20, 49, and 11. Remember, they got robbed during the 1979 expansion inclusion draft. And then the Colorado Rockies at 19, 48, and 13. And the Rockies are, and even Don Cherry can't say this one. They're not in good shape. The Hart Trophy goes to Wayne Gretzky of the Edmonton Oilers. You may have heard of him. The Art Ross goes to Marcel Dion. He's tied for points, but he has more goals, so Dion gets the award. The Norris Trophy goes to Larry Robinson of Montreal Canadiens. The Calder Trophy goes to some kid named Ray Borg of Boston. We'll see if he becomes anything. I'm on the fence. The Vezina Trophy, Bob Sauve and Don Edwards of the Buffalo Sabres share that. The Jack Adams Award goes to Pat Quinn of the Philadelphia Flyers. Remember, if you win this award, you're going to get fired. The Lady Byng, Wayne Gretzky of the Oilers against the Lady Byng as well. The Masterton goes to Al McAdam of the Minnesota North Stars. The Pearson Award goes to Marcel Dion of the LA Kings. So that's kind of a bragging right for him. Gretzky's first year in the NHL. Dion is still seen by his peers as the best player in the league. The Conn Smythe goes to the Islanders. The Patrick Award goes to, this is for growing the game in the States, Bobby Clark, Ed Snyder, Fred Shero, and the entire 1980 U.S. Olympic team. Of course, Clark, Snyder, Shero, this is for the Broad Street Bullies and what they were able to do in the States. And it's a strange thing because you have people that are going to say, and fighting people from watching it. A lot of people say, oh, it's fighting, and the fights break out all the time, but I don't want to watch that. You know, hockey getting rid of fighting makes sense, and yet here's the NHL going, hey, that team that beat everybody up, congratulations, you helped grow the game in the U.S. Doug Wickenheiser's your number one draft pick from Montreal Canadiens, drafted ahead of Savard. He plays 556 games in the NHL, 111 goals, 165 assists, 176 points. And if you want to see a guy who's been considered a bust for years, Wickenheiser's it. Now, I'm on the fence on this one. Wickenheiser had a couple of good seasons. He played for Montreal, St. Louis, Vancouver, the Rangers, and then ended up in Washington. His stays in Vancouver, New York, and Washington weren't anything to write home about. So, Doug Wickenheiser is your number one pick ahead of Denny Savard, and Montreal fans quite salty about it at the time. Your first team All-Stars, Marcel Dion, Guy Lafleur, Charlie Simmer, Larry Robinson, Ray Borg, and Tony Esposito. Second team All-Stars, Wayne Gretzky, Danny Gare on right wing. Danny Gare. Who wants to remember Danny Gare? Anybody? Steve Shutt, Fourier Solming, and Jim Schoenfeld with Buffalo is a surprise as a second team All-Star. Schoenfeld was a hard-nosed defensive defenseman. So seeing him as a second team All-Star, it's surprising. And Edwards, the goaltender from the Buffalo Sabres, who is going to play for a number of teams. Or has already been. We'll go through Don Edwards later when I eventually do video on that. That'll eventually. August 16th, 1979, Joe Mullen is signed by. September 28th of the same year, Dino Ciccarelli is signed as a free agent by the Minnesota North Stars. Both go on to the Hall of Famers and free agents. March 18th, 1980, Butch Goring is traded to the New York Islanders from Dave Lewis and Billy Harris. Billy Harris, of course, the number one draft pick years earlier by the New York Islanders, but they knew they had to change something. They had failed in the playoffs for 4 years, and they had to change something. They knew they had to beat teams like the Flyers, the Bruins, the Canadiens. They had to be good enough, and they felt that Butch Goring could help get them there. They then went undefeated undefeated in 12 games at the end of the year. So the New York Islanders ended that year really hot going into the playoffs. The Chicago Blackhawks, they won a playoff game, which means that their record for playoff losses in playoffs is ended at 16. They lost 16 in a row in the playoffs. And that's a record that stands to this day as far as I know. Nobody's lost 16 in a row. Nobody's lost 4 rounds in a row or 3 rounds in a game. It's insane, really. Gordie Howe makes the playoff for the 20th time as a member of the Hartford Whalers. They don't last very long in the playoffs, but it's still there. October 10th, 1979, Gary Smith plays for his 7th team. Gary Smith plays for his 7th team, which is a record for goaltenders at the time. That's why he's called Gary Suitcase Smith. November 28th, 1979.
Having the right drug gives you the confidence to know you got what it takes to get the job done. With the F-150's best-in-class capabilities and Oakland's combination of military-grade aluminum alloy and high-strength steel, you're ready for anything. Tough, smart, capable. That's F-150.
Credited for the first goal in a goal scoring.
I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. That was so cheap. That was like the cheapest kills I've ever fucking seen in my fucking life.
Goaltenders haven't been credited. It was an own goal by the Colorado. So we're getting into the mid-80s now, and traditional hockey had disappearing on some level. The Islanders were seen as your traditional hockey, hard-nosed, tough team, where almost everybody had 100 penalty minutes and they could all fight you to the ground. The Oilers weren't exactly that team, but they weren't really a weak team either, because back then you had a lot of guys who fought and a lot of guys who took penalties, and it's just how it worked. But during the regular season, Minnesota North Stars win the Norris division, the weakest division of the four, 39, 31, and 10, followed by St. Louis at 32, 41, and 7, followed by Detroit 31, 42, and 7, Chicago 30, 40, and 8. So 68 points right here, 69 points here, 71 points here. Not fantastic totals by any stretch. Toronto can't reach that. They're 26, 45, and 9. So we are in the lowest point of the Toronto Maple Leafs' existence at this stage. It's like, and I know there's people are going to say, oh, well, recently they've been worse. Yes and no. I mean, this was just meandering and plotting and sad. And at least when they came out of their latest rebuilds, this is just sad. The Smythe division is led by the Edmonton Oilers with a 57, 18, and 5 record. Remember, the Oilers got swept in the Stanley Cup final by the Islanders the year before, and they were mad. They made it very clear that was not acceptable. Sometimes getting destroyed like they did in the finals in 1983 is the best thing for them. The Calgary Flames 34, 32, and 14. They're the only other team in the Smythe division above 500. Vancouver 32, 39, and 9. Is Vancouver good? Not really, but they were better than Winnipeg and LA. Winnipeg 31, 38, and 11, and LA 23, 44, and 13. So, miserable times for King fans. The Adams division, Boston leads that one, 49-25-6. Barely ahead of Buffalo, 48-25-7. Quebec Nordiques, 42-28-10. Wiley, Montreal Canadiens, I think finished 35-40-5 on purpose to play Boston in the playoffs. The Hartford Whalers, 28-42-10, again decide to sit out the playoffs. It's amazing these teams that end up moving have bad records for the most part. Anyways, the Patrick division is led by the New York Islanders, who are bound and determined to get that 5th straight Stanley Cup. 50-26-4 is their record. The Washington Capitals are now becoming a solid, fantastic team. David Boyle gets credit for that. The Flyers, 44-26-10, followed by the Rangers at 42-29-9. The New Jersey Devils, 17-56-7, are closely followed by the Pittsburgh Penguins at 16-58-6. At some point during the season, both New Jersey and Pittsburgh decided they want the number 1 draft pick. That number 1 they realized they're not going to all 4 other teams in the division are very good, and they realized that Mario Lemieux will make a difference as a franchise player. His totals that he's putting up in the queue remind everyone of a young Wayne Gretzky. The idea is, well, this guy's going to be young Gretzky. We've got to do whatever we've got to do to get to him, which means trading good players.
Are you fucking serious?
Putting players out there that probably shouldn't be in the NHL, sitting guys who should be here. Now,
yeah, okay, that's fucking bullshit. She glitched through my building so many freaking times. Fuck you, Fortnite, you fucking suck.
But that wasn't on purpose. This one was clearly on purpose. And it was, if you're winning games, well, you're on your way out of town. The only example I can think of in recent history was during the Connor McDavid draft year, when Buffalo was moving out any goaltender that looked good. And eventually they brought in Lindback. And to me it was obvious that Lindback was brought in because he had the worst stats of anybody in the league that year. And then Lindback actually played pretty well for Buffalo. And you know, that I was glad that these players had pride and said, you know, I'm going out there and playing as well as I can. I don't care why I'm here. I'm here. I want to still have a job next year. So that's how that story ends up. July 6, 1983, Jeff Courtnall signs as a free agent with the Boston Bruins. August 17, 1983, Dirk Graham is signed by the Minnesota North Stars. So while scouting is getting better, there are still guys like that as undrafted players get signed as free agents. October 18, 1983, Larry Murphy's traded to the Capitals. Brian Engblom's part of the package going back to the game. Adding Larry Murphy adds that offensive dimension. So David Boyle made it respectable and he made it better. January 4th, 1984, the Edmonton Oilers beat the Minnesota North Stars 12-8 in what was the highest scoring hockey game of the modern era. So after they brought in the forward pass, after they brought in offsides, that's the highest score you've got. January 27th, 1984, Gretzky, 51 game point streak. 51. And in those 51 games, he scored 153 points. This was the season he scored 205 points altogether. So, pretty good year for Gretzky. Not too bad. Alright, and that's kind of average for him. Remember the year before he had 196, this year was 205, the year before was 212, and the year after this was 215. So 200 points is right around average for him. And yeah, and then Steve Tenney, as a rookie, comes in from Montreal, and he kind of pulls him through. There's and it almost always seems to be over Boston somehow. Your first team All-Stars, I have to say, the one that I used in Total NHL had yesterday's first and second team All-Stars completely wrong. And I never thought of it because the magazines had typos here and things that I've corrected, which were minor. The entire first and second team All-Stars being wrong, that's news to me. This year's first team All-Stars, Gretzky, Bossy, Goulet, Langway, Bork, Barrasso, and net. Tom Barrasso comes in as a hero for the Buffalo Sabres. Your second team All-Stars, Trottier, there's Curry, Messier, Coffey, Potvin, Pat Reagan in Washington. So Pat Reagan, who I liked in Calgary, and he was kind of one of my favorite goalies in Washington, kind of becomes a big deal as well. So that was a fun thing for me back then as a kid, and well, at this point, yeah, I'm still 11 when the playoffs for this year roll around. So yeah, still a kid. And yeah, Pat Reagan, one of my favorites. Your Hart Trophy winner and your Art Ross winner, Wayne Gretzky. So Gretzky had a dominant year. Rod Langway wins the Norris again. So that's 2 in a row. Tom Barrasso.
Love, it's an action. A lot of people feel like it's a feeling, but it's an action.
You just let yourself love, and I think that's what love is. Love is fearless.
Also wins the Calder in Buffalo. The Selkie goes to Doug Jarvis of the Washington Capitals. The Vezina goes to Tom Barrasso. Your Jennings Award winners for lowest goals against, Al Jensen and Pat Reagan of the Washington Capitals. The Adams for best coach of the year goes to Brian Murray of the Washington Capitals. So the Capitals had an excellent year. They're finally not a bad team. It's finally happened. The Lady Bing goes to Mike Bossy. The Masterton goes to Brad Park in Detroit. So right near the end of his career, Brad Park gets the Masterton trophy. Pearson Award goes to Gretzky. Conn Smythe heads a point to Mark Messier, which is kind of surprising considering the numbers. You would think it would go to Gretzky, but no. Conn Smythe, Conn Smythe Patrick Award for growing the game in the States goes to Art Ross and John A. Ziegler. John Ziegler, of course, the president of the NHL at the time, and this was towards the end of his time as president. Nowhere near as controversial as the current commissioner is, but there were some Ziegler detractors. The number one pick, of course, as I said, Mario Lemieux, who went on to have a decent career, 950 games, 690 goals, 1,033 assists, 1,723 points. And of course, the big thing with Lemieux is, if not for a back injury, if not for a short career from that, he would have scored well over 2,000 points, and there wouldn't be any debate whether or not they're head and shoulders above everybody else. And really, for those of us that grew up with them, it's not close. The playoffs. So again, if you're a Bruins fan, repeat after me. Montreal-Boston is a bad matchup. For Boston, Boston gets swept in the first round. Montreal had 75 points. Boston at 104. Boston gets swept because of Steve Penny. The Quebec Nordiques sweep Buffalo. So those are 2 upsets right there. Tom Barrasso gets swept. So no Boston-Buffalo in the next round. The New York Islanders beat the New York Rangers in 5. So again, the Rangers play the Islanders and lose. So the Rangers apparently have a bad matchup for the Rangers. The Washington Capitals sweep Philly. So Washington's going, you know what, we're not just a regular season team this year, we're going to be a playoff team. You know, I'm sure there were those that were kind of excited in Washington that year. And this was a point in time where I became a big Capitals fan. This is before I was a huge Bruins fan. I was not a huge Bruins fan at this point. I was a fan of the Capitals, the Canucks, and the North Stars. And to some extent the Flames.
Wait! Sure!
Chicago and Boston.
Sure!
Detroit 4, so these are still best of 5 series.